Good morning, everybody. It's me, Sam Martin and Eric Knight, and we are here trying to go ahead and make a difference. And as you see in the title, do you think that Prescott deserves electrical cars? Do you think it's going to save us money? Yep. Let's go ahead and get into it. Well, before that, let's get this party started with this. Welcome to the 863 Morning Show with your host, San Martin Rodriguez and Eric Knight. Okie dokie. Wow. Well, we have a couple of things to talk about, but you know how we like to go ahead and do it.
You ready for the day? You ready for the day? All right, the day is National Asparagus Day.
I have a fun fact about asparagus.
All right, let's hear it.
I hated it.
Yeah, you hated it?
I hated asparagus until I realized that you could actually make it taste good. So now I could do...
Is today Wednesday or Thursday? Tomorrow's better.
Wednesday.
All right, tomorrow's better. Tomorrow's better. Today's National
Asparagus in the oven, put some salt and butter on it, and freaking voila.
And then your pea smells for a week. Yeah. That's a genetic thing, right? That's what I've heard.
I guess.
Seriously.
I guess, Eric.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that happens when you eat something.
When you eat something healthy?
I think all that bowel stuff stinks anyway.
All that stuff stinks. All right. Well, real quick, let's say hi to everybody. We got Gene here in the morning. Hi, guys. Gloria's here. Good morning. We still need a name. And Desert Rose Laser. Good morning.
Yes.
We
pushing something out.
We still need a name.
We got a list of them.
And hey, look at Kyle's name showed up today. Good morning,
cool.
Kyle figured out how to work Facebook, I think, or StreamYard or whatever was broken.
I gotta.
Welcome back to the land of the living, Kyle. He's back in Prescott, Arizona.
He's living life.
All right.
All right. Hold on. I'm gonna put it into the comments.
What are you putting into the comments?
Here's one.
What's that?
Hold on.
I don't see anything.
I know it's coming up. It should be there now.
All right, hold on. There we go. Prescott Pulse, P-Town Talk, the Prescott Insider. Okay, I'm done.
Okay, sorry. That was too much. I should have erased that, but I didn't have time.
Okay. Oh, so P-Town. So like I grew up
P-Town Talk.
I grew up in Peoria, and they call Peoria P-Town.
Well, we call Prescott P-Town.
I know. I'm just saying. So it's kind of confusing, right? Yeah.
Okay. So
especially when we're talking about asparagus.
These were given by Donna.
All right.
Now, I really believe that we could actually.
Prescott Wire. There we go. Yeah.
Prescott Newswire, Yavapai Newswire, Prescott A2Z
All right,
News,
Scoop. Yeah.
The Prescott Scoop, Yavapai Times Live. I'll keep thinking.
All right. I'll keep thinking. All right. Maybe that should be the name of the show. I'll keep thinking.
I'll keep thinking about what we're supposed to be doing.
Right. I'll keep thinking. All right. Well, that's good. Good morning. Good morning, G-Moss. All right. So in our conversation here, TC Carpet Care, he had a big day yesterday. I'm glad he's back to the land of the living as well.
Oh, really? What did he do?
He had a thing that he had to do in Phoenix.
What did he have to do?
I don't know. He can share it if he wants to share it. But anyway, I'm glad he's back and cleaning carpets. He's actually going to come clean the carpet at the Wilder house tomorrow.
Okay.
So it is due because somebody dropped some drinks last week.
That works out.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So all right. So everybody can see the topic. I can actually see the topic. The comment is, what if Prescott went all electric vehicles? And the reason we're bringing this up is because in yesterday's town council meeting, that's what they're talking about.
Mm-hmm. So I had a chance to go and watch it this morning because I didn't have time yesterday. Eric says, hey, did you see what they were talking about? And they were talking about how the cost difference would be in the overall time. So, I mean, I'm not a mathematician, but they want to go ahead and get rid of $1 million in cost and gas fuels. They use 260,000 gallons of gas a year. And Bennett Oil submitted a gas price for them that will equal out to $1 million a year. But they're saying that is too much money. Mm-hmm. And so now what they were thinking is that they buy electric vehicles to go ahead and do some of the day-to-day things. They're not saying that all vehicles.
Because I want to see the snowplows electric.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure it'd be like any other.
Be like,
okay, that's enough energy.
All right, so I have comments because obviously I bought a Tesla like 5 years ago, and it is not cheaper. I can tell you that I will probably never save the amount of money that I spent on that car in gas.
Okay, and then let's also talk
and I'm not
about
convinced
this.
it's environmentally friendly either, because what the heck, I got batteries for everything, and I don't know what to do with them when they're done, especially lithium. So I don't know. I think making the case that it's environmental or that it's going to save money is, now that it's fast and you get a cloud plate, I like that.
Okay, well let's also talk about the actual mining of the battery stuff
Mhm.
and how much a battery costs for each one of those vehicles. I
Yeah.
mean, no matter what, it's like you're going to have to weigh out the
Yeah.
cost that it costs to maintenance the gas powered vehicles, the cost to actually power the gas powered vehicles, and not to mention like no matter what, gas in general is paid with taxes that actually fix our streets. So now if nobody is paying those taxes because they're not pumping no gas in there, where's that tax money going to come?
It'll have to come out of the cars.
So that means that cost of
in my car, I told you, I've already had the battery replaced twice. In the first 2 years, they had to replace the battery because it went bad. And
how much did that cost?
It was under warranty. But so now the warranty is coming out next year, and I'm a little freaked out because if I have to replace that battery, it's going to cost $30,000. Like, that is not.
How much did your car cost?
Originally, it was $102,000.
So let me get this straight. If we decided to go ahead and say, hey, let's save us some money, technically it's not going to be saving the money. I actually see the same kind of like math. And once again, I'm not a mathematician, but I could just do a little bit in my head. It's just, this doesn't make sense to me in regards to what in the world is it going to cost?
I did the math, and unfortunately, I think that for the difference between the cost of it and a normal car, it's going to be. I'll never spend $30,000 in gas. It is what it is. So I don't know. I'm not on board with this just because I don't think it's going to be cheaper.
But then you're going to have to develop also the charging stations for every one of these vehicles. And then you're going to have to obviously probably educate somebody to work on these vehicles that the city is already kind of allocated.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, no matter what, the cost of it to go ahead and be put together is going to cost us, the taxpayer, a lot of money to go ahead and get that actually established. So there's an organization.
There is. And I used to I went to their meetings like 5 years ago.
What was it called?
PEVA.
Prescott.
There's Prescott's EV
Electric
Vehicle
Association.
And it's a national thing. But again, I want somebody, after owning an electric car for 5 years, I want somebody to convince me that it's environmental, and also convince me that it's worth the spend. I don't know. I don't see it.
Just
don't see it.
And okay, so if I would think that it didn't cost like too much for the maintenance of the vehicle,
so it doesn't,
and
it still doesn't make $30,000. Yeah, it doesn't.
But also with the cost of anything of the products inside of it, and then also the mining process of all that. I mean, these are some things that you still got to think about. Is like, are we really saving something? As a don't get me wrong, I feel like we should have probably started this way back when they gave all the oil dudes the rights to do whatever the heck they're doing. But they said that the gas that they're getting from Bennett Oil is like literally just cents on the dollar.
Yeah.
And so the city is actually getting a great deal on that.
I think that here's the thing, and this is just an opinion. Put your thingy up. It's an opinion of the speaker only. This needs a lot more debate before we spend a lot of money.
Yeah, and if you guys don't actually listen, this stuff is right here is going to go ahead and start getting passed, and it's literally they're just over there. Just there is nobody in the audience telling them, I want to question this. Nobody at all. And so it makes me feel like I have to go over there and sit.
Well, and I also got to bring up that there was a big tax thing last week that the county put out. They're increasing all taxes for the college, and it was in the middle of the day when working people that are shelving this expense could not go.
You will be able to go ahead and vote against, but nobody knows about this because nobody cares. Nobody actually stands up and says, hey, I want to go listen to what the city's doing. So here's a couple of bullet points that were happening yesterday, and this is just one day, guys. There was outreach efforts to connect with the citizens, which is pretty cool. We need to go ahead and get to the community, the citizens of the community, to actually be involved into what is happening at the city, because the people that are activists, I shouldn't say activists, people that are are into actually changing things in the community are there saying, hey, we're going to talk to you, city council. And then the city council is kind of like with hands tied because they got to make decisions without us
Without
as a
input,
community.
right? And so anyway, TC Carpenter says have them on the show. I think Brandon wanted to come on the show.
Yeah, Mr. Montoya, Councilman Montoya already reached out, and I think that this is what the
I think it'd
the
be
first
great.
outreach efforts to connect with the Prescott citizens is all about. And so,
Which is awesome. So thank you
really
for doing
thing.
that. Yeah.
And then Junior Ranger program for recreation services came up as an issue, and then they started talking about cybersecurity. They said that down south in San Diego, a county or a city, the city office ended up going into a ransom, and they had to pay $1.5 million to get all their information back. So they were telling the cyber guy was saying, hey, before this actually happens to us, we need to update our system and update our stuff in order for none of this to happen. But I'm just
and let's talk about it, because I know firsthand there was an event a couple of weeks ago because I got an email, which was a phishing thing from a council member, that their email got hacked and they went out to all the citizens in their mailbox. And so I know this affects everybody.
Oh, mine did.
Yeah, I called them. I said, hey, you got a problem. And they're like, yep, we know. We're wiping the box. We're shutting it down. They're on top of it this time, but this affects everybody.
Yeah, it came from Shishka.
It did.
Steve Shishka.
It did.
Yeah, I was like, what is this?
Yeah, no, I immediately said, you got a problem. And I sent it right back to their head of IT, and they were on it. They're like, yeah, we know.
So this is probably the reason why they brought this up on the thing. We're like, oh, we forgot to update that. We're going to need some money to go ahead and update. So it had to be okay.
It's a growing concern. I mean, let's face it, more and more business is being done online by everybody, not just the city. They've got to allocate more money to it.
And then another thing that came up was obviously, like we said, is the discussion of the fuel costs and electrical vehicles. And I really do believe that there should be a balance there. It just has to happen. And then another conversation was about the approval of a marketing campaign contract. So this company called Heart and Soul.
Heart and Soul, yeah, we've met them.
Who are they?
It's a marketing company out of Phoenix. The owners of the marketing company used to be the CEO, I believe, of the people that make Super Glue. He was it was Henkel down there in the valley.
Ooh,
he's a really interesting guy.
All right, so they were talking about how they're going to come and do a little.
There was a video 2 years ago that we were in, and we were running at the creek.
Oh, there we go.
That was put on by them.
That's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool. Mm-hmm. So, anyways, they're trying to get them linked up for another year of their services. And then the other thing that they were trying to put together was also, I think it was talking about. Let's see. Oh, the St. Michael's is under new management out of California, and I guess they own and run a bunch of stuff.
I think it's 30 some hotels they run.
Yeah, all over the place. And so, anyways, they I guess are applying for another liquor license for the
downstairs area.
Yeah. So these are some things that you guys probably should go out there.
And so
and talk
they
about.
Actually own 46 hotels. And it is it's the Springboard Hospitality Group. They own 46 hotels in 13 states, and they're applying for the liquor license to be able to do something downstairs. So, I mean, the hope is they invest some money in St. Michael's, make it.
Yep.
So
well, you guys are more than welcome to speak up, because this is something that's going to affect all of us. I mean, even if you don't live in the city of Prescott, it's bound to go ahead. I mean, these car guys, the electrical car people, they're going out there to Prescott Valley as well to go ahead and present this information to them. And I mean, once again, I'm okay to see that, the environment needs to be protected. There's less pollution, less these things that will affect us and our future and our health. But where every action has a reaction, and that's what
Absolutely. I see. And so, I mean, before we consider these things and just say, hey, let's do it to save money, let's make sure we actually really save money, and let's do like total impact studies. Because one thing is, I think electric vehicles would make the air cleaner because we're pulling the power from somewhere else. There are no power plants in Phoenix or Prescott, so we're just dumping the pollution somewhere else. But I mean, that's truth, right? But at the same time, I do like how fast it is.
Yeah,
fastest car owned.
I mean, there's a lot of positives as far as like the drive itself, but
that's cool too.
Once again, this is a cost that will come on to the taxpayer.
It is, and so hopefully our leaders are charged with really looking at the whole picture and not making an emotional reaction.
Yeah, and there is a lot of opportunity in this world that we live in. So we want you guys to be a part of it because this is our world. We better take heed in regards to all of this. And I found a nice little tool so I could go ahead and transcribe everything that is happening at every
council meeting.
council
Get out
meeting,
there,
and then we'll go ahead and put it up there. So we will probably call it weekly council updates.
Well, and so that's cool. So that's actually been a big problem. So unless you want to sit down and watch the whole meeting, which is hard, nobody's doing, because it's kind of boring. Let's face it, right? Nobody's getting to know what's going on there. I tuned in yesterday. I was like, wow, the stuff that we're talking about, they don't seem like normal citizen stuff. And so our team found a tool to where he'll be able to publish a summary of each council meeting, so that you can spend 3 minutes instead of 2 hours figuring out what's going on.
Yep.
All right, let's move this party on.
I just want to go ahead and let you guys see a beautiful week.
I love it.
And there's nothing really much to talk about besides, hey, beautiful week coming. It looks like we're getting a little bit of a cloud cover, but there's no chance of rain on those days.
All right, so movie is on for Friday.
Yuppa. Mm-hmm. It's going to be a beautiful. I can't believe I just yawned. It's already what time? Early morning.
It
I got
is
here early this morning.
It is. You need a monster.
You got a monster?
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't you get Bang?
Bang. That's Bang.
It's called Bang.
I don't know. I remember Jolt and Kick. Remember those?
No.
The original energy drink.
How's our pollen doing?
How's our pollen doing? Let's check it out. It's higher than normal. I know that. Or not normal. It's higher than it was last week, but we're still pretty good. All right, let's check this out. Ready for it?
Yep.
Hold on here. Here, the pollen count. Dun, dun, dun. This is what most everybody cares about. There it is. We're still in the yellows. So today is 6, and the highest will be Friday, but we're in that range. So again, I'm curious as to how this is going to look this summer. I want to see what our summer pollen counts are.
It goes down.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you know
like I said, it just starts right in the springtime, just like everything.
Do you know what's happening right now? What? Have you been downtown lately?
Oh yeah, it's the
Cottonwoods. Oh my gosh, you're sitting there. I was sitting at Founding Fathers yesterday by the creek, and you're like talking to somebody on the phone, and it's just sucking
sucking in your nose.
It's just like, what just happened? Or your mouth.
That is funny.
Yeah, and so I actually had a meeting there last week, and we were both covered in white seeds outside. So anyway, that's what's flying around downtown Prescott is the cottonwoods.
Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and scour some of this stuff. This morning, I did have a conversation about the app, so we are like pushing forward, but I need some beta testers out there that would be willing to go ahead and test out this app. I need Apple testers and also Android testers, and we just need to go through it and see if it's working on every screen, see if everything's like lined up, all that stuff. So I need some people out there to critique the crap out of our app. Mm-hmm. That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
So anyways, guys, this is a fairly big day for the Prescott Times because we are trying our hardest to keep you guys all informed. And I'm telling you what, there's so much more out there that we are not even actually pushing, and we need your help, guys. So if you guys are out there and you guys want to go ahead and be a part of something big, this is the time to step up, especially if you're not doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
Who's retired out there?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I saw a video of an electric car battery randomly catch fire. I've seen a lot of. I mean, don't get me wrong. I feel like they're safe, but at the same time, I was like, there's going to be an issue for everything out there. So, it's time to go ahead and have a little bit of information put and presented to us because it's right here in our backyard. And with that being said, I think it's time to go.
It is time. So
are we doing a PTN deal right after this?
I don't know. That's a darn good question.
I didn't get no information.
I didn't get any information either. Yeah. Let's roll the rodeo and the movie stuff.
Let's go. And this is a little bit of a commercial break. Tonight is bike night. If you guys want to go ahead and be a part of it, it's tonight. If you guys want to be a part of the movies, it's Friday. With that being said,
Jingle Mixer or whatever it is tomorrow.
Oh yeah, tomorrow. Mingle.
Yeah. And I want to wrap up by saying the masterminds. Holy cow! Yesterday was amazing.
Yeah, that was good.
We had a full house.
We have information that needs to be put out there, and if you guys are sitting in that little room of ours, it's going to be a good thing for you. So with that being said, peace, love, and happiness. Let it not be war. And remember, love always wins. Bye.